So I'm going to raise a really good awareness about the term deadbeat dads, on how we are victimizing dads or even moms that walk away from relationships and walk away from their kids. Here's the thing. As much as it hurts, as much as the perception that walking away from your child or walking away from a family is very hurtful, I have been tearing apart predator and prey and victim and abuser and all of that. And when an imbalanced person is applying order to a child or to society, it's like garbage in, garbage out. When you know that your relationship came from a very imbalanced way, because that's where, that's what reproduction is. It comes from trauma, okay? Whatever trauma it is, whatever it's a feeling of need to fill in a hole, or whether it's from some kind of violent crime. When somebody chooses not to raise a child or have anything to do with a child, they realize that they don't have enough of what it takes to raise that child, to give it what it really needs. And so it kind of sucks that, yes, the child's not going to have the mother or the father, but maybe that parent knew that they could not feel comfortable raising that child in the way that it deserves. And so now the child is left with the other imbalanced parent, who is going to then cause more imbalances and cause more destruction because of her hurt and her guilt and everything else, bringing a child into the world that doesn't have a stable foundation, that she did not have what it took to understand what it takes to have a good relationship to create a foundation for that child. So I think that when you think about it, I think the deadbeat dads out there they're pretty in tune, that they know they don't have what it takes. They know that they don't want to be contributing to another imbalanced person. Okay? And some can say, "Oh no, they're just too lazy. They don't want to, finish what they started and all this stuff." Well, that's a perception based upon somebody who decided to take the reins. Okay? Because everybody has a choice. People are free to give up their children at any point in time. The ones that do stay with their child, now they become a martyr. Now they're able to wear this badge of honor, like, "Oh, I'm a martyr. I've given up my life for this child." And they're also going to proceed to demonize the other parent for not being there. And then the system double whammies, double jeopardies that parent by then slapping child support. Okay, that's the society that we live in. But I'm going to say that the parent that sticks around with that kid isn't exactly an angel, okay? They have figured out how to weaponize their choices and then create more of the imbalances in our society, because instead of owning up to your part in it, and then your choice that you're choosing to raise this child, you're choosing to have sex, which then invariably will end up into a pregnancy, then this is your choice. And it's no one else's choice but your choice. And then what happens is then people start they weaponize their choices. And then the kids are ultimately going to be traumatized from that. And so I see it already out there. I see, people getting together and they're under the impression it's a great relationship and they have all these views, and girls and boys don't listen to the red flags, because red flags everywhere. When someone leaves a relationship or when someone walks away from a pregnancy or whatever, the red flags were there. But some people chose not to pay attention to the red flags, and then they get pregnant, and they expect that person to stick around. That person leaves, and they don't, they come back and they leave, and they come back and they leave, and now the person's left, and now the parent that's left taking care of that child out of their own choice, because they were pressured to by feelings like that they are the ones that have given up their life. Now they become a martyr. Now it's become a weapon of choice. And so this is another way of looking at the deadbeat dads or the deadbeat moms out there. Okay, when you have sex and you know that it's going to turn into a kid, and then you choose to raise that child, that is your choice. And don't turn yourself into a martyr because of that. Okay, so a balanced person would not worry about what parent decided to stick around or not. A balanced person would just take care of what needs to be taken care of without demonizing a person, place, or thing, without acting like a victim. Bye.